Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. Look, if you wondering where can I get my real Equifax credit file, all right, I'm going to tell you where to get it. Plus, I'm going to tell you a hack for many of you all if you have bad credit to double your limits when it becomes unsecured. Now, the first one we're going to be talking about is my FICO. Okay, so with my FICO, they actually give you your FICO 8 Equifax. That's right. They give you your real FICO 8 Equifax for free. For free, they give it to you. Okay, now here's the thing about it. I always tell people when you're shopping for money, all right, and I'll put a link below so you can see it for yourself. But when you're shopping for money, you always want to go to my FICO. The reason is because it gives you 28 different data points with multiple scorings, right? And because, again, like I said, for some people, they don't know where to get their real Equifax FICO score. Well, this is the first place you want to look for that. Now, another place you can go to is Discover. All right. Now, here's the thing about it with Discover. They usually pull from Equifax anyway, but they will give you your Equifax FICO 8 credit score as well. Now, here's the thing about it. I tell people, if you have bad credit, here's how you want to approach this. Say that you sign up with Discover for their secured card, all right? And so say that you put only $200. Now, I'm going to also suggest some places where you can actually get a loan without doing a hard pull so you can actually have the capital to put on that secured card. But say that you need a secured card to help build up your credit. Then what you do, you go over to Discover, you get their secured card, right? Now, the reason people will go over there is because their card becomes unsecured after 6 months, just like with Navy Federal, all right? But the thing about it, with Navy Federal, I use TransUnion, so we're not talking about Navy Federal, we're talking about using Equifax, right? Now, here's the thing about it. What you want to do is when you get that secured card, you want to do, say you put 200, 250 on it, what you want to do, if you can, only use 10% of the card. 10% of the card. Now, it's going to do a couple things. One, because you're not maxing and using over that 30%, this is going to help with the credit score as well. All right. And it also keeps your utilization down. Now, here's something that you want to do moving forward. Using the card every month for the first 5 months. Going into that 6 months, when it comes almost time for your review, if you can manage, and I'll tell you where to get the money to do this, what you want to do is put maybe $2,000, $3,000 on this card, right? The reason you want to do that, because once it becomes unsecured, usually like Discovers, they may double that limit. So if you have 2,000, they may give you 4,000, right? Because you're actually managing it. So start out with the 200, but then that 5th month, you put 2,000 to 4,000. And then, like I said, because you actually managed the card and everything, you kept a low balance. When it converts over to an unsecured card, then you may get a double amount, all right? But they do give you your Equifax FICO 8 score, okay? Now, here's a twist. Equifax.com, right? Now, most people think when they go to Equifax.com that they're giving them their real credit score. Guess what they're giving you? They're giving you a Vantage score. They're not giving you your FICO score. That's right. When you log into Equifax, if you look down at the bottom, it will tell you it's an actual Vantage score. That's right. So when you're thinking that, oh, my credit score is this high with Equifax and you're using their system, that's a Vantage score. That's not your real FICO score, okay? So you need to keep that in mind. They're giving you a Vantage score, all right? Now, another institution is Citibank. Now, Citibank, they will give you your Equifax score as well, okay? And it's a FICO 8 score also, Okay, so say that you interested in like a Home Depot card or something like that. Usually if you look on your credit report, you're going to see where they actually they pulled your Equifax score. Okay, and sometimes they'll mix it up because of the region, but most of the time you're going to get pulled from your Equifax. All right, now another place is PenFed. Okay, now here's the thing about PenFed. We all know that PenFed pulls now with the credit cards. Okay, with the credit cards, they will pull your Equifax score and they will give you your Equifax score. However, you have to keep in mind it is a FICO 9. Okay, so in terms of, like I always tell you guys, whenever a credit union is using FICO 9, that's where you get to take advantage because you're able to add authorized users, rental payments, utility bills, also subscriptions, right, to help boost up your FICO 9 score, and that helps you qualify for even larger lines of credit. Okay, now that's the reason for that. But going back to PenFed, when it comes to their loans, guess what? They don't use Equifax, they use Experian. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. All right, now another institution is TD Bank. Okay, now with TD Bank, one of the things you have to understand with them is they're very geo-restricted as well. So everybody can't join. All right, now we think we can, but trust me, they are geo-restricted as well. Now you also have another one, and that's Truist. And Truist is Equifax FICO 8 as well. Now, here's the thing about it. These being regional banks I'm going to talk about, always tell you when you're going for funding, especially when you're going for business funding, you always want to go after your regional banks, okay? You always want to go after your regional banks because usually with your regional and community banks, they have a little more flexibility. So those are your tier 2 institutions when it comes to funding. All right, so that way you will know it. Now, another thing about it when it comes to funding, like people are not aware, it may be because you have too high of a DTI, right? So your debt to income ratio. So if your debt to income ratio is over, is over 50%, all right, sometimes you may get denied, okay? Now, sometimes with these regional banks, they may not be that inquiry sensitive, but they may still be like your debt to income ratio is over that 55%. Now, here's the thing about it with Navy Fed, they don't offer the business account. However, if you are still under that 60%, they'll go up to 60%, and they will still qualify you for a credit card and a loan. Okay, so that's something that's interesting you should know. Now, another one is Huntington, right? Huntington Bank. Again, another regional bank, but they're very generous when it comes to funding, all right? They're very generous when it comes to funding. Now, here's the thing about it, the backdoor secret. When you're dealing with these regional banks and you don't stay in that region, one of the things people would get a foreign entity, right? They'll get a registered agent, set up a foreign entity for their company, and then they would join that way. All right, so that's what they will do. All right, so that way, if you're saying, well, I still want to join the bank or whatever so I can have the opportunity, that's how you join. Now, if you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.